Blerd's Eyeview is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blerd's Eyeview for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blerds across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 Blerd mystery box company.
Crazy ain't the great nerdcore rap guy. Got into a dual fate and I just pulled a trap card. Third-rate rappers with a fourth-rate catalog. Destined for the shadow realm, y'all should never act hard. Flow is so insidious that I need an apprentice type. Master with the force, peep the context in my sentence, right? Phantom like the Sithis, just don't ask me what my pen is like. They know that I'm the meanest, who you kidding? Bitch, I'm Dennis nice. Sweet to drive, hide-headed, rhymes are surely cold. Tested, you can never twist my metal like the jury goes. I ain't never mad when I push it to the max. I got Chris riding with me, about to turn this bitch to Fury Road. Since animated, I'm the one the crew congratulated. Winners will provide protective cover like it's laminated. Damn, I made this 16 like a guillotine. It's fascinating. If you think that you're ahead, you get decapitated. All that aside, I ain't merely here to rap words. I'm here to tell you who representing for the black nerds. And to remind you, neither one of these are bad words. Biggest living mirrors, they just choose to see it backwards. Who be the leaders of discussion when a topic trends? Dissections got the culture under microscopic lens. Who got the type that you can miss it from the start and make you feel like an expert on the subject by the time it ends? Check the stat, Louis, viewership is mad nice. All these other shows don't seem to cut it, that's a bad slice. Off the books with unscripted jewels you can't write. No vampires, but these interviews on Anne Rice. Yeah, this is the best part. Rhymes on Mandalorian, Independence made a best score. Starting a war with these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or Death Star. So far removed from the drama, we don't know this harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically to sum it up like you define math, this crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. I'm Mary band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blerd's Eye View. And without further ado, we out. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Tuesday. Yes, it is. It's Tuesday. I thought it was Thursday. That's the type of week it's been already. We are already into the second day of the week. So if this is your first time here, Blerd's Eye View, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing up. Show your support, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Feel free to donate is what keeps the ship afloat. And for those who are continuing and returning members, well, you know what it is. Thank you, Mal. What's going on? Always in the building, showing much love. You can come aboard whenever. Mal has always shown love to the crew. Show them out. Show them out. But we're gonna get started real quick. Sans private emails and whatnot not being shown with the public. Anyway, we're gonna start with our griot of horror. Geek by heart. What's
How
happening,
you
lady?
doing? How are you?
All right, all right, all right. I am tired.
Listen. I had to take off yesterday because I've just been going straight through 7 days a week for the past month at least. And then
Oh,
it caught
it's
up with me on Sunday. I was like, nah, I can't do it.
yeah. I agree. When you say, yeah, I'm not streaming tonight, I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you. Like the entire crew has been full on gangbusters for the past actually since January.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've been on full charge, and it's
Well, personal
rest.
and geek stuff, like it's been
Our and what's happening, Shayna? Shayna's in the building. Our unseen crew member, but she's in the building.
what's up, my fellow HBCU alumni.
Hmm. Back from her globe-trotting adventures, our very own show quo.
That is so funny. It's the
Whoa.
globe trotting. That is hilarious.
So for those who's been missing show quo and her clickety clacks, she's been on the move lately. She's just been popping around, bopping around, and rubbing it in everybody's faces because
I'm crying.
she just pops up in New York and she's with Lady Mandalore, and I'm just like,
Right?
That
I
was
need
so
to be-
fun.
I
That
need
was
to be
so
with my
fun.
friends.
I'm gonna
Right.
come back. I already decided. It was a fun time.
Hopefully
I got
just
2 wands. I got my engraved and embroidered
I am hating on that.
slithy cloak. I'm set for Universal come October. Yep, I'm good. I even
Okay,
saw
see-
the Cursed Child.
Okay, so y'all gonna go back over there?
I don't mind going back. Yeah, most likely. I mean, I don't mind
Okay.
going back again.
Because the
It's-
fact that you just
So-
said that you got a cloak
so-
and it's embroidered, I'm
Mhm.
hating on you so bad.
So the place you went to get that done, they
It's the
do
Harry
all the
Potter
house.
store. Yeah, it's the
Oh,
Harry
okay,
Potter
so they do
store.
all that.
Yep.
Okay.
And they actually had some things that I was about to be so mad. Actually, I am still mad because me and Mando saw this. I had just came to pick up my thing because they said, "Oh, your stuff is finished." Came to pick it up. Turned around. There's these slithy shirts that look like Quidditch or baseball shirts or whatever, but on the back you could get your name. And the lady said, "Oh, and for those specifically, it's not extra to get your name." Both of us, she started scrapping and looking for stuff. And I was like, no, wait a minute. Okay. And it's crazy because they didn't have not a medium at all. Everything
poor
was gone for
Slithy.
Slithies. They had it for Hufflepuff and Gryffindor, but nothing for Slithy. And she was like, well, you could do it online. And I was like, well, I mean, I could, but I don't know. I'll just wait. But it was on sale too, since they was having a 30% off sale.
Oh wow.
Because the cloak is usually $100, but it was $70. So
That's it for the cloak.
yeah,
That's
it was $70
That's
for
good.
the
Well,
cloak.
I guess I'm going to be making an uncharted trip to New York.
But it doesn't. You don't have to go to New York and get. I think it was like all of the HP stores, but I think that the New York store is the. I think that's the only main store that they do have here, unless you go to like Universal. If you go to Universal, you can get the same things done.
New York's been calling my name for a couple of years now.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
Yeah, I said I'm coming back. I'm
am
coming back in September or something.
I am long overdue for a visit to do. My stepfather, he used to go to New York every summer for because he used to have a clothing store. He used to run a clothing store, and he would go up there to the garment district and get clothes. So I would get up there and get gear and whatnot. And yeah, I miss them days. I was miss those days. So our boots on the ground to Far Eye TVs in the building.
This thing on? Cool.
Right.
Yes, it is.
Everything works. Yes,
All right.
everything's
We hear you.
operational.
Just making sure.
The shipwright is in the building. It's Black Spartan.
Spartan. Spartacus. Spartan.
Yep, I'm
No,
here.
I definitely need to get me a Gryffindor cloak and wand.
Yeah, I'm here.
It's weird that everybody say like Lady Mandalore said, "You're Gryffindor," and I'm like, apparently so.
Hey, man.
I've taken 2 separate tests, and I come out Gryffindor. And by law, we shouldn't get along. But
Hey, man. We was in there cursing up Gryffindors, not gonna lie, just walking through the store like they had a nice snake and everything. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it was wonderful.
not the cackle. Come on.
It was wonderful. It was beautiful stuff. Yeah.
Oh man. So yes, welcome to the show. Welcome to Blerd's Eyeview. You feel free to chat with fellow nerds and blurs. Like, subscribe, stay notified. Super chats are appreciated. Help keep the stream together. We are live Tuesdays and Thursdays, except for this Thursday. And clips Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. When we return next week, we'll be recapping the following episodes of Daredevil, including tonight's episode. So stay tuned for that. What's up? Oh, Midnight Comics is in the building. I didn't catch y'all. What's happening? Lord and Tosh. Love y'all.
What's up, fam?
Yeah.
We gotta do some more work. We gotta do more work together. So, fellas, what's going on?
Like I said, you pay off your car and then they hit you with that you have cancer list. So
we survived. We survived.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tafari, he recently got his car
Had to
paid
put
off
his
like
car-
not even a month ago.
No,
And
that I
then all of
remember.
a sudden, yeah, and then he was just like, and then that's when the shit
When the
started.
car payments go away, the auto repair is like, hey, shocks, struts, tune-ups.
I think it's like
One of the auto things that gives you coverage after your coverage goes away.
So that's what Karen behind the counter was supposed to take care of. Because I go over there and I'm like, oh, my shocks are bad. I'm like, aren't shocks supposed to last like the life of the car? I know I got this as like a hand-me-down.
No.
Back in the day, back in the day, didn't shocks used to last you a long time?
No.
Oh, generally, everything else lasted you a pretty long time. Shocks,
But they also didn't expect your car. If your car wasn't a foreign made, yeah, you'd be lucky to make it to 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
That's where you at, ain't you?
I got them fixed post 100,000. Now that I'm at like I think 140.
Oh no, they shouldn't.
Oh yeah, you ain't question. You in danger, girl.
But I got them done here, so I'm like, don't you have a warranty? She's like, yeah, that's only for 12,000 miles. But when I go back and get them done the other day, Hank Hill tells me, no, we got a lifetime warranty. We'll get you taken care of. Say less. Say less.
Nice.
Say less,
Get it.
Papa.
Get it
Look,
on
nice.
camera and get it in writing.
Right. Send me that in email.
It is in writing, which is why I brought it back. Which is why I brought it up there, because I'm like, y'all did it the first time. It's like, oh, we did it, then you're good. I don't know what she was talking about. I'm like, say less, Papa. Handle that.
He said, I don't know what she was talking about.
That's funny.
Oh, see, you'd be lucky to find those old school mechanics. Like, look, we knew this part you needed. We already went and ordered it, so your wait time will be cut in half.
And even that one trip with them is still cheaper than going next door to the dealership. Them people are some damn vultures.
He literally said, Millie don't know what she's talking about. Here, we take care of you right now.
That's why. That's the one time you gotta find the good old boy that had a few too many pot pies. Them overalls ain't fitting just right, but that man can put together a car with his eyes closed.
Hey, him and Mary Sue with the wrench back there both had me hooked up, so I'm not mad. They both got me taken care of and didn't charge me as much as they were supposed to. We are good. Okay. Meanwhile, the I don't know, man. The Nissan dealership people are like some damn card sharks. They're just like, so how many miles you got on? Like, I'm sitting here minding my business, just getting a free checkup. You had it since how long? You sure you don't want nothing new? Get back, Karen.
I'm never buying a new. I told you that today.
We just got a whole shipment in a new Nissan Pathfinders.
And nobody's buying them, which is why you want my car. Now get back from it. Get back, I say.
My literal wheel would have to fall off and the doors would have to start coming off for me to buy a new car.
See, my wife has learned. She will sit there when they start say, "Oh, well, your car's it's gonna cost about $3,000 to fix your car." That's okay. My husband can fix it. I'm like, she'll come home. I kid you not. I'll never forget our first year of dating. She comes to my apartment. Oh, my car's broken down. Here's my dumb ass. What's going on with it? Now 4 years later, honey, we need new brakes. I just put brakes on your last oil change.
Okay.
Who are you racing out in these streets? That you
Dominic Toretto.
and then you take out
You
the
Letty.
brakes. Here's the thing that scares me. Every time I change her brakes, her brake pads look like they were held on by hope and spit. Like I'm like, where is the pad?
And see, I gotta get my brake
Look,
pads changed too.
look. Those pink slips come in handy. I'm telling you. Those times you got the kids. That's not a Target trip she's making. I'm telling. There's a Target, but it's not a Target store she's going to.
I'm just sitting there thinking about the fact that every time she drives, and I love my wife to death. I love her to death, but she is horrible on cars. She is horrible on cars.
Yeah, man, the car be held together by paper clips and rubber bands like Reptar in that one movie.
Man, I'm talking about the first time I did work on her car. I was like, replaced all the shocks, gave it a tune-up. Transmission failed. I rebuilt the transmission. She looked at me like, "Oh, you can do it all, huh?" I was like, that should have been a sign that the Lord was telling me right there. Look, boy, you gonna keep on volunteering.
No, this is exactly why you never volunteer. I am if I even hear somebody say something, it's like, even I'm like, oh, I could do that. No, I can't. And it won't leave my brain.
It helps to have a man in your life. It helps to have a man in your life who will handle these things so you don't have to. Or at least,
hey, Judy, how's you doing?
Hey, Judy, or at least a trustworthy person. I remember I went to.
You don't understand. It's not just my wife. My whole family treats me like a freaking handyman. It's like, oh, well, you know, your computer's not working. Oh, let Will take a look at it.
I had to start telling people that I don't know what you're talking about, or I started saying, my sister is right there. Like,
somebody act like you're the best kept secret, bro, and just.
No, see, they catch me when I'm in the process of fixing stuff. Like if I'm sitting there working on a computer, oh, you know computers. I can't say nothing.
It's the fact that you be working on computers in public.
Thank you.
That's what it is.
You better work on that shit.
Spartan needs a closet. He needs a closet, and he's just like, oh, it's been a rough day. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and he's really tinkering in the closet.
Nah, bro, work on that in the morning, okay?
But Siri, I can't now because I can't because
I done
they will
built
follow
this
me,
and don't nobody know I really built this thing. Like I never in my life. People ask me how oh, you got a PC? Yeah. Oh, how much it costs? I tell you how much it costs, but you didn't know that I made it.
See, that wards off some people, but you know when you got people like, how much? And I sat there and told one cousin, I said, look, for me to drop this engine and put a new engine in, it's gonna cost you $5. He said $500. I said no, $5,000. Oh, that's it. Comes back out the house. He said, comes back at the house. Here's how I knew he was into some stuff that I'm not gonna repeat on this. I'm not gonna repeat on this show. But when he comes out with 5 stacks and another 3 stacks, said this is for the service. How soon can you work on it?
Amen.
You kind of stuck.
Had it ready.
It's almost as if he knew my answer.
This part said, I'm not gonna show my hand because we don't use public emails or known apps to put out secrets.
But yeah, show you if they're saying your brakes need fixing. That is. So
no, but I knew that they need, because when I moved over here, I had to get, what did I have to get? I had to get a whole new something that starts with an R, and I can't remember right now.
You got rotors,
rack and pinion.
Yes, I had to get a whole. So my rotaries needed to, and so my dad made sure, he was like, "Are they changed? Are they just fixing it? Are they changing it?" They changed it entirely. So I had them changed and have my back brakes fixed before I rode over here.
Rotors, wheel bearings.
So yeah, you want to make sure if they ever try to tell you, if they ever tell you your brakes are going bad, just take care of it, because that cost. If it gets bad enough, then you have to get rotors on top of it. Is what
I had got my whole rotors changed, and then got my back brakes fixed or whatever before I came up here. But they had told me that my brake pads for my front brakes needed. It wasn't necessary right then, but sometime in the next few months. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, well, I gotta do this one.
Oh, they hit you with that. They hit you with the scare cell. Like you ain't gotta do it now.
No,
Look,
and
look.
I've been fine, and since I got entirely new ones, not they fixed it, I was like, I'm good. Like as long as they were new.
I'm just saying. I got used to the point
Carl,
where
Carl,
Riley knows you on a first name basis.
Like,
This
I
is
know
something
I
they
know
don't tell you as a child. You just know, oh, we getting in the car. They don't tell you anything past gas, or at least we don't pay attention to anything past
I'm
gas.
crying.
I mean, they will tell
Ah.
you about changing a tire, and you need to know that. But after
Yeah.
that,
Man, I'm pretty sure I never had to do any of this when I lived in Florida. This is all damage done to me by Dallas roads. It's a conspiracy
Right.
that they don't fix anything. They make it worse so that they have to keep ordering car parts. I'm telling you.
Look, be glad you don't live in Cleveland, because our roads here, especially on the east side, which is pretty much the hood, potholes is literally minefields. There are streets I will avoid
See,
because
Tafari,
I know it's way too much going on.
Tafari, you learned baptism by fire. I had to learn. My old man at 7 years old, I'll never forget this for as long as I live, decided to take me on the rig that he was on and said, okay, we're going to learn how to change oil. I'm 7.
oh no,
The wrench is bigger than me.
It's not even so much trial by fire. We had this I don't know, every car that ever got like wrecked was not by my fault. So we got one for free when I was a teenager, and my dad got hit by a garbage truck on the way to get it to me from getting my license. Then the one that they ended up buying with the insurance money, I was in college by then, so that was just a free whip for my sister. So by the time I get home and I'm like, well, here's all the stuff that's wrong with it, and my dad's like, yeah, y'all got that. I'm like, what do you mean, y'all? I did none of it. But I'll go ahead, I'll put it back together. And now, even when I went to, it's nice to have people in your family who take care of it, so you don't have to. It sucks when you're that person. I remember I went to when I went to Georgia for MomoCon with Whoopty. I get in my aunt's car like the day her and my uncle leave, and I get the low tire notice from all 4 tires, and I'm like, this is just a dangerous game you were playing. Let me go make sure. Like, I pulled over and made sure like she didn't have nails in her tires. I'm like, nope, you just let all of them go through the randomizer and just get 4 different numbers for some reason. So I took it to Valvoline.
I was gonna say it's about as bad as them playing the gas game and then bring the car home, and then you decide to use the car, and all of a sudden you got like 22 miles to eat. I'm like,
that is my sister.
That's fighting.
See, I've never had.
I do not miss any of that.
It
I
might
don't
just
miss
be
it.
because I don't let a person drive my car for real, unless it's my parents.
Before we move on, me and my wife, when me and my wife got together, when our first 3 years of marriage, we were sharing a vehicle, and there was nothing, and it was only convenient because of our work hours. We worked at the same hospital, but we just had different. She had like a weird shift, but then I was on second, so it worked, right? But there's nothing worse when that weekend came up, and last minute, yeah, make sure you get gas. Didn't you just run this shit out? You could have waited. You waited. It's an extra damn trip I gotta make.
That is sharing. That is the oldest sibling. That is being the oldest sibling and sharing a car, and then don't nobody know what's happening because nobody bothers to check once you make it out the house. But my aunt comes home with my uncle, and I'm like, Auntie, that was dirty. She said, Daddy's working on my car when I need to. I don't need a man. My aunt and uncle get home, and I'm like, Auntie, did you know your car was on like, do you get it checked regularly? She just holds up a pot and is like, do you see this? Do you see him? And points to my uncle. She just goes, this is what I do. That's what he do. Both of y'all can go handle that. Then it'll be ready in a minute.
I cannot.
So before we get to our main topic, we gonna get into this real quick. So, as we know, HBO is doing a Harry Potter series, as we were talking about Harry Potter when we first came in. And they're slowly showing their picks for the known teachers that we know so far. But this is an area that's best ran by our very own Griot of Horror, and I wanted her opinion. Pick 3 teachers from Hogwarts and give me your dream picks for those 3. And then Shoko, you do the same.
Oh fuck!
Shit.
I
had to say
Look, I can.
I at least McGonagall, and I'll go with Shirley Ralph.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, did we? You know what? Continue.
No, that would have been too far off. But I was going for body type because I was gonna say something kind of stupid, but I was going for body type and not personality. I was gonna say Hagrid and James Avery, but I was going for body type. I'm not going for personality.
Okay. I get you.
I'd have to think about these things.
But you said McGonagall, Shirley Ralph.
Shirley Ralph off the top of my head. Like that's to me a no-brainer. I would be inspired by
Oh Lord, you laughing.
She's thought about this.
By Dumbledore being Samuel L.
Dumbledore being Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, hell nah. Hell nah. He wouldn't even work.
You asked me to fan cast. I'm going.
Welcome to your first year at Hogwarts, MFs. Now, all you MFs don't know.
No,
you
because 100%. Hello, motherfuckers. Now, you Gryffindors go over here. You sit over there.
You MF and Slytherins.
Y'all got motherfucking 30 points.
No, and I would be so mad. Oh my God, no, he can't do it because he will piss me off.
Every time he look at Harry,
I
told you, motherfucker, not to go in there, but you did.
But I'm gonna give you 30 points.
Yeah,
anyway. I'm gonna give you 30 points. Like, nah, man, I can't see him.
Slytherin is up ahead.
Okay. Actually, Kiki Palmer could be. Oh God, she's the Animanga. She's the reporter.
I was thinking Trelawney. I was thinking Professor Trelawney.
No, see, I was actually trying to think of someone who could be Trelawney, but I need somebody really.
Kiki would be too mainstream. Like I think I see her being very sarcastic, and she would fit. I can't remember the reporter's name.
Umbridge?
No. The reporter is
and she actually had a bigger role in the books than she ever did in the movie.
She's when remember when she was interviewing Harry and everything during the
Luna Lovegood.
No,
Luna's a student, but remember. Now I can't remember her name.
You know who I'm talking about.
But remember when during the Goblet of Fire during the tournament that they were interviewing everybody, and the lady that she wrote that horrible article about Harry, basically just changing every word. Okay.
Yes.
And her is who she's talking about.
Yes.
Kiki
could be. Rita?
Character's name.
Was it Rita?
Rita Skeeter?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wiki.
I'm not. Yeah, Rita Skeeter. Yeah, her. Okay, I can see her, but she would be. Oh my goodness, the gag is. Yeah, I just.
Yeah, she would. She would. No, she would.
Oh my God.
No, I can see that.
But I'm gonna start thinking about it. It's gonna come out randomly.
The fact that she says Samuel L. Jackson is Dumbledore.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that first movie.
Tell me that would have put butts in seats. I mean,
that first.
I couldn't do it.
Now the end, when they're giving out points at the end of that first movie, Slytherin's ahead. Psych, bitch, sit y'all dumbasses down. 100 points to Gryffindor.
And I think that's what would piss me off at because I just don't see Sam doing that for real. So if he did it, I would be so mad at Sam. Like, how could you do this to us?
I would love it.
How could you do this?
And that's how you know you're gonna hold it against him.
Every time we come in the Great Hall, he was like, "It's a lot of motherfuckers."
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That would be something. Don't ask me nothing about what J.K. Rowling said. I didn't know who the bitch was before last week. I just got this.
Oh my God. No, that will be classic. That will be absolutely classic. Well, We do. It's only because they're talking about all these cast changes, like for Snape, and I can't remember who the actor is. It's a black guy they had for Snape,
Is he
and
really
it's
gonna be
just
Snape?
I don't know.
Man,
I
look,
don't know. It's to be honest with you, their picks. To be honest with you, I don't think a lot of Harry Potter fans even asked for a series,
Thank you.
like a
Can't-
reboot series.
No.
And
No,
it's-
because you
They
know
just
why
wanna
we're
use
getting it?
the
We're getting it because JK doesn't like the head 3 actors. She's literally said that she cannot wait for this series because the 3 actors do not like her because of her politics. So
Hey.
the new series, which
It's
is
not
why
just
I mean, I'm
three
not
actors.
looking for the. I really don't like the fact that we have this. I just need to put that out there because I think it's full of shit.
No, because you're
We
right.
don't need it. We
You're
have
right.
asked for other series.
It
The
was literally
Borrowers,
you still haven't given us a cursed child outside of the play.
right? And I just saw the play and it was decent. I was like, huh, that's okay. But nobody asked for a new. It's really kind of crazy how this whole series is really just a spite project that Warner Brothers took on for her. And I'm just like, over the next 7 years, you're doing
That.
no 10. The next 10 years, you're doing 7 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Well, I
doesn't.
mean,
From the
you gotta
time of its
remember-
announcement, fans weren't really on board for this. They didn't want. This is not what they're asked for.
Because we didn't need it.
That part.
We didn't need it. There's so many others. Like, if I'm being honest, the best story that they could have gave me right now that's in the realm of Harry Potter that's a fave would be the black family. They could have did the entire black family, even just the sisters alone. That's a whole story
And really
God,
that's
that was
the only thing I didn't like about the films was I felt like we didn't get enough Sirius Black.
Absolutely not.
It was so quick, and I'm like, damn, he just. I'm
the
like,
whole Black family
yes.
is a story in itself that they could make a whole series out of for real, but they decide, oh yeah, no, we're just gonna give y'all some remakes. I'm tired of it. It's just stupid.
Well, first, I mean, they're doing this because their whole plan for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them as a franchise made no sense, but they went ahead and did it anyway. They lost money with that. They lost clout with that. So they're going on what could actually be somewhat successful. Because I'm not going to hold you. I am a little excited about it. I think that, to your point, Chris, with a series, you could delve into a lot of the stuff that they just glossed over from the books because they had too much to do and not enough time to do it. So
like Hermione's side quest she was doing with the elves and that stuff
like that. Like you could, and to your point, Shoko, you could go into depth with some of these,
right? Just make a side series.
You know what I mean? So I'm not actually against having a Harry Potter series if it's done correctly and not just about fan service or trying to keep the IP active. That's what I'm worried about. Because
it's definitely keeping the IP active. Man.
Exactly. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because like the fact that they thought that making Fantastic Beasts into a prequel franchise made no fucking sense. You just should have actually just said, you know what? We're just going to make the prequel series about the first Wizarding War. You would have gotten so much of a better reception than trying to do it off of a textbook that made no sense to put it into a movie. Like that,
even in that, it could have been a side. It wasn't horrible, not really.
No,
but even in itself, that could have been a series.
I actually rewatched Fantastic Beasts this past weekend in New York, and I mean, because I personally I like Fantastic Beasts. That's just me personally.
The first one wasn't good at all.
That one and the one about Dumbledore was pretty good too.
Right, so. I enjoyed them. It's more so like I get like from the book to movie. It's like the book is really from Newt's perspective. Like they changed it into a movie in their own way. I enjoyed it, but to like what you were saying, there are so many things in Harry Potter. Like we don't need a Harry Potter series is what I'm saying. Harry Potter as in the entire, because that's what they're doing, a season for every book. So a season for every book we don't need because we got a movie per book. Yes, there's a lot of stuff that was that they didn't cover, but that's what happens when you adapt to the thing, right? But
Yeah.
what they could and should have done, which is what people have asked for years, is to talk about the things that are in the book that don't even get expanded upon as
I
much
can
as
see
they
that.
could have gotten, because it's so much left to be desired, and you have so much creativity that you could use to make it an amazing series and give backstories to things that aren't as clarified, instead of just saying, hey, we're just going to give you the same story that you already had. It's at that point, it's like, I mean, yeah, I know people don't read, but go read. Like
Even the story about Dumbledore and his siblings.
exactly. You could have did a whole movie about the Dumbledores. Oh, there's so many different sections.
There is way, you know what it suffers from? The same thing Star Wars suffers
I was
from.
just thank you, Chris. I was just about to say that. Just
There's
about to
so
say
much. We have no problem with the Skywalker saga. That's what we came up with.
But they keep
We
giving
also
us-
know we don't need to stay there. We need to
Thank
talk
you.
about some of the other stuff that's going on. Let's
But you made us mad about not giving us a Black Jedi. So
yeah, right. You know, even Solo was a good film. I thought it was cool. I'm like, this is cool. You just had bad promotion and bad timing.
that part.
I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. You gave us how did Han Solo and Chewbacca meet. Cool. Rogue One, great story. Andor, great series.
Mhm.
You had Mandalorian. It's showing that it can tell a story outside of the Skywalker saga. So it can be done. I think it's taking the right people to tell those stories, whether it's Harry Potter, whether it's Star Wars. It takes the right people to like do your homework, and then expand on that. You don't have to stay in there. You just expand. There's more areas in the pool to swim.
100%. And honestly, I think the biggest thing for me, when it comes to just remaking things in general, because that's really what we have so much of Lilo and Stitch. We have so much remaking of everything right now. My biggest issue with it is that
and science.
One, it's unnecessary, but two, it's really just like we don't need redos, but also the art of what those actors did. I do not care. Like you mentioned Snape, and it's like, it's not to say whoever it might be, Snape is not going to be a good actor. You're never taking Rickman from me.
Thank you.
You can't. And even
especially by the end of the film series,
exactly, you can't do that. There's no way you can
you
tell
have
me,
a whole new look at that man. You just like,
I will
damn. So
you
all
can't
this
do that. And for the
I
big
was
three,
one of my favorite actors to begin with. So
it's just like, even for, it's like the fact that all of the child actors, Hermione was probably the only person that still, and I'm still saying Hermione, Emma Watson, but she's the only person that kind of was able out of the three to get out of the fact that she was a part of Harry Potter. Daniel, for the life of him, went through most of his acting career as Harry Potter, and he talked about how that,
he's done other projects.
And he's done other projects.
And he's been good at other projects too.
But doesn't get much of anything because he's Harry Potter. So imagine living that life, the entire life, and now you're trying to take away from
as a child.
Exactly.
Not even as an adult. Like
when you
get not even as an adult getting a role and saying, like, Sam Jackson did a interview, and he was told that one thing you want to do, he's like, and he's a man, he got into acting, he got his role late in life, but he said he was told, find you a role that they memorize you with. He got a 9-picture deal as Nick Fury, but he's done other stuff that he's recognized for. And he said that it's just the Nick Fury role that's the money that's going to constantly roll in for a while. You can still do other stuff. In the case of Daniel Radcliffe, it's the same thing with he played Steve Urkel.
Jaleel White.
Yeah, Jaleel White. Iconic television character, hard to break out of it because you were a child. That's how they were introduced to you. That's how they know you, no matter what else you do. Slowly coming out of that, being in the Skeleton Crew, being the voice of Sonic, doing stuff like that. But if you don't know these people outside of those first introductions, because when we were first introduced to Sam Jackson, we didn't know him as Nick Fury. Now maybe a certain generation does, but he's been in so much other stuff prior to that. It was just like, okay, we here. And you, just like you said, Shoko, Daniel Radcliffe has, despite his other roles that he's done, he's always going to be Harry Potter.
And I think that's crazy to me because, like, when we think about, Rickman, when we think about the two Dumbledores, because their name are escaping me, because the first Dumbledore was different from the rest of the series because he passed. So, but then he passed, and it's like, yeah, there's some people that passed away, but that doesn't mean that their legacy shit. Like, we don't need a new Dumbledore. I don't think we need new people, quote unquote, to tell the story. And it's just like they're deciding to do it just off of like spite because we asked for so much more.
I'm okay with the new Dumbledore. I will not lie to you. I was not crazy.
I don't know
Jude Law's
who the new Dumbledore is.
Jude Law's Dumbledore as the younger version.
I vibe with him more as Dumbledore.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Jude and there was backstory there.
Was not bad. But Michael Gambon and I can't remember Richard something. I think Richard Harris, something like that. Both of those, that to me, it wasn't all that great. That's just me.
So
I'm ready for a new Dumbledore. I can't.
Is it a project that's being done out of spite? It definitely seems like it. Am I looking forward to it? It's not on my top 10 to watch, I guess.
Yeah, not at all.
But will I watch? Yes, just to see how the project turns out. But I'm more in line with Shoko. I'm like, yo, where's the other stuff? Give us the other stuff.
Right.
It can tie into the main line, but just give us the other stuff. It don't even have to be continuing series. It can be limited series.
Exactly. They could have done so many limited series by now, which is crazy.
Yeah. So
they could have been their own Star Wars universe in a way, but
they could have. They could have. So what do you say? What do you say to that? Nothing. It's like you can't do anything with that. Speaking of continuations and remake, you got two trailers. One of those trailers is the new season of Doctor Who. Nkuti Gatwa is the doctor, as you know.
Nkuti
is the man dresses. This is probably the second brother I've seen on television or any other series. He dresses his ass off.
I love him.
Dresses his ass. He is PTSO 0.2.
I love him so much.
But we're gonna check out that season 2 trailer right now. Let's see how this turns out.
I am the last of the Time Lords. I'm from a different planet, an evolved life form, and I have waited for the day of your arrival. I'm the doctor.
Doctor what?
Just the doctor.
All right then. I'm called the nurse.
Good team. You left Earth.
It's been 2 hours.
It was 6 months ago. This should get you back. It is bigger on the inside than the outside.
You need to get me home.
You don't need to rush, because
This is a time machine.
boom. 1952. 51st century.
The 803rd Interstellar Song Contest!
Oh, we're so staying.
We're staying.
What year is this?
2007.
Can't you get this box of yours fixed?
Box?
Have you ever heard of the planet Earth?
Never heard of him.
Oh,
My
seven.
parents are back home. Are they safe?
I hope so. What?
Roll up!
Doctor!
I think we're being animated!
Oh.
I'm all flat. And this race line is impossible.
Are we gonna get the musical one too?
I will not fail you.
Everything is out of sync.
Our entire reality is in danger.
I promised that I would keep you safe.
But you can't promise.
I can. I will. I do.
As a Whovian myself,
Don't
It's
forget
the
as a-
Whovian
as a-
below to
as-
subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
as
We
a
know,
Whovian, I'm ready.
All I can sit there and say is, Phil Collins, your library will be making bank. If it ain't between Paradise and Doctor Who, your library is covered.
Phil
Paradise is a book.
No, Paradise. No, the song Paradise. That's
Yeah.
Okay. That, I was like, wait, ain't Phil a composer? Okay.
I thought you meant the Paradise soundtrack. I was like, what I missed?
Right. That's
No,
what I
no.
was. Okay.
No, this like as
My
you
bad.
listen to the show Paradise, the song they keep playing, kind of hear it in the background. It's a Phil Collins song.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we were on the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Phil Collins is like the voice of the '80s.
Phil.
I mean,
Yeah.
between that and Miami Vice, if you remember Miami Vice, that's the first. This will tell you your age.
You're ready. Yeah, anytime you're ready.
If you know that one song from Miami Vice, that tells your age.
It was the entire Tarzan soundtrack for us.
Yeah, man, it
They
won't
got
go anywhere.
So have they done more space? I feel like the Doctor I've always seen has been like Earth grounded stories. Have they done these crazy?
They've done many.
They've always done crazy, but this is the first time they went animated.
Okay, it's giving like the episode of
they're giving this is the first time they've done it animated. This is their first Black Doctor. This is his season. This is his season 2. This show has been running. It's going on 55
years.
Yeah,
almost 6 years.
So it's like
years.
They had one female doctor, which was
the previous one.
Not really the previous one, because that was David Tennant who came back.
The Tennant, my bad. I forgot Tennant had a second run. I forgot.
Yeah, so but prior to that one, yes, it was a girl. It was like, so a lot of firsts for the Doctor Who. They are not afraid to involve everything.
Yep.
Right.
The politics of it all, the sexism of it all, racism, they touch it.
They covered a lot.
They're not afraid of it. When people were just like, oh, the people that were mad that when it was a woman, nobody was mad except for the incels.
Yep.
Incels.
It's a whole group of motherfuckers.
And it wasn't even overseas. It was here in the States. I said, you some bitches don't get it.
Y'all got mad at a woman being doctor, not realizing that River Song was a doctor for a brief period. And it's like that lets me know that
and his wife, and was the wife, and that was to this day still one of the most confusing yet romantic couples on that show, because they would always meet up at different points, but it was never the right point.
Yeah.
So
that's what I love about Doctor, that they have so many. You have so many knots in time, but yet they all work together.
And
like
here's the really cool thing about Doctor Who. David Tennant, he was the 10th Doctor, one of my favorites. He was the 10th and the 14th, I want to say.
Yeah, 14.
10 and 14. But he was a fan of Doctor Who. You know, overseas they're huge. Like a show's been around almost 60 years. It's almost impossible not to see. And he's a huge fan. And his favorite Doctor was, I think it was 3.
Mm-hmm.
One of the series that he did as he was number 10 There's an episode called The Doctor's Daughter, and they somehow his hand got cut off like in the previous episodes, but they managed to clone a girl from that DNA. And that was typically her name was Jenny. Jenny has gone off into the world and they never revisited. But it turns out Jenny, the woman who plays Jenny, is the daughter in real life of the third Doctor, and he's married to her in real life.
Oh wow!
What?
So, so the Doctor he was a fan of is actually now his father-in-law.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it was just a really cool twist on things. I'm like, oh wow, that's wild.
The trailer kind of reminds me of what was it, Hippolyta's episode in Lovecraft when she was getting yanked through all through space and time.
Yeah. You get sucked in. You sit down and watch an episode of Doctor Who, and it'll be so much going on that you have no choice but to say, I need to know what else happened.
Yep.
Right. What prior to this, because no one said you don't have to sit there and watch a long 60-year history of it, but everybody has their favorite Doctor. And I think Tennant played it the longest. He played it the longest. Prior to him being 14, he played it the longest. I think it was because they normally last like maybe 2 seasons, and over the UK, their seasons are like really short, like 6-8 episodes, but they're long episodes.
Yeah, so they're just kind of who was it? Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock. It was like 6 episodes, but they were like 2 hours apiece.
Yeah.
BBC episodes always run shorter seasons, but they're longer episodes. Like, for example, Luther, if you ever watch him, Luther's only got 5 episodes, but those 5 episodes are like an hour and 45 minutes long.
Damn, it was compelling. Yes, you're right, Bama. It was the 5th Doctor. I couldn't remember if it was the 3rd or 5th, but yeah, he was the 5th Doctor. He had a celery stalk in his pocket. Don't ask your Paul. They all have a different. They all have they have a different style. Every last one of them have a different style because the mythos of the Doctor is he's one of the last of his kind.
Yep.
2, they have 2 hearts, and they can only regenerate like up to 10 times.
Yep.
But so like if they have to take like on a very mortal injury. Like you can shoot them and they be fine because they still got another heart. But if they take on like radiation poisoning or something major, their body has to regenerate, and that's how they get into another actor. And the reason why they did that is their very first Doctor, he was a really old guy. He's a really old actor, and they were trying to figure out how to keep the series going, and because he was getting senile and everything else, so they were trying to figure out how to keep the series going, and that's how they did it. So they just came up with the regeneration thing.
I'm just glad Nkuti's getting a bag.
I actually do own a sonic screwdriver. I do.
I'm not gonna lie, I still want to build a TARDIS. I still want to build a TARDIS as just having it in my future man cave. I'm not gonna lie.
We never had the Doctor. We just had all the parodies and all the cartoons growing up.
Actually, no,
I don't think I watched not one of those. Nothing.
Did you ever watch Kids Next Door?
Oh yes, of course.
Dr. Time, Space, and the Continuum is what they were making fun of.
Oh really?
When the nerds kept kidnapping people and forcing them to watch that show, I didn't realize till like the last Doctor Who that we watched that. Oh, that's what they were referencing.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Hey, again, I want to watch it.
Yeah,
I showed Bill and Ted to Chad the other day. He's like, "What?" I said, "Look, first off, it was the '80s, late '80s, early '90s, and George Carlin had a field day in today's world. But understand, yes, time travel is possible. Yes, they gave the clearest example of how time travel should be used." And yes, the fact that you literally have to dial into a phone book explains that you are going forward and backwards in time. No offense to Back to the Future. I still love that movie, but Bill and Ted explain time travel so much easier.
The only difference is now, quick for those who don't know, the reason why it looks like an old police box is because his chameleon circuit is stuck because it's supposed to show whatever time he shows up in, his ship is supposed to take on the attributes of whatever that time period is. So whatever form of transportation or whatever it is supposed to take that on. Well, his chameleon circuit got stuck. He just chose not to fix it.
Oh,
Pretty much.
So when he showed up in Britain at a certain time, it looked like an old-timey police box. And he liked the way it looked, and he kept it that way. So the old-timey-wimey. So when you see movies like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and they're crammed inside of a telephone booth, and I laugh out loud because it was like, yeah, you couldn't do everything. You had to pay homage somewhere, but you couldn't do the whole thing. So,
but you couldn't do a police box, just enough not to involve the lawyers.
Yes. So it's definitely a series worth checking out, and it's fun. Everybody has their favorite actor. You'd be surprised how many famous actors have been on that show. Andrew Garfield was in one episode. Like a lot. Yeah, he was in an episode. There are a lot of famous actors that pop up in there, and they're all British actors. That's the thing. There a lot of famous British actors show up in this show.
The crazy part is, like you said, almost every known British actor you can point out on a Doctor Who episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy part. Even Idris Elba. Idris Elba was in a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah.
So Supercell was starring in it.
Yeah. So once you watch and you be like, oh wow, I didn't know. They just pop up. You be like, oh, I didn't know.
Yep.
So we have another trailer. And I believe our Griot of Horror is gonna get it. I'm sure
is the final
ridiculous.
We actually did our reaction right before I got on. So I'm ready.
I'm crying.
So it finally dropped today. Final Destination Bloodlines dropped today. This will be my first time watching it.
Same, because I'm probably not seeing it.
The two teasers were enough for me to like, y'all, this is just gonna be.
I think I saw the first teaser. That was the one with the tattoo shot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Second teaser, but yeah.
This is where I'm gonna lean on Laney
for the second one.
Okay. For the Fuse post movie.
Like somebody posted today, shout out to Urban Lambert. He posted a photo of a log truck. He's like, I still won't drive behind these.
Absolutely.
Oh, the log truck has punished so many people. It damaged a generation.
Thank you. I was about to say that's the zeitgeist at this point. That's not just pop culture or just horror culture. That's just culture.
It's just
and people that didn't never then see it and know that this is where it's from too.
It's weird. Yeah, because we got teams.
I gotta say this real quick. The crazy part is, y'all brought that up. There was a log trucker that was at a gas station with me. He never saw Final Destination, but he kept on asking, like, every time everybody sees me, they can either go to the left or the right of me. And everybody at the gas station is like, that rig's out there is yours, right? The logs. He goes, yeah. He goes, you never seen Final Destination? No. The gas station attendant says, go to Netflix, watch that movie. Oh, I'm sorry, Final Destination 2. Go back and watch that movie. You'll understand why everybody avoids you.
Honestly, I don't even remember the last Final Destination I watched or when, and I can't even remember the scene correctly. But I just feel like anything that big one should, they could just make their own little area or route for them to go on. It's not necessary.
What about this?
Wide load, carry, whatever it is. Like, why are you in front of me? Why are we driving on the same road?
Well, welcome to the many frustrations of living in a shipping facility city known as Dallas, especially when they cut an entire highway off. And it's like the neighborhoods in the back streets is for me. Why is Optimus Prime barreling down here when there's barely room for my little Nissan Versa? Go away. Like, and I'm saying this knowing this means stores near me will be missing stuff that I'm going to go looking for. I can wait the extra day. Just be anywhere except where I'm at, please.
Chrissy said, "I've never." Chris go to Chrissy. She said, "Never saw, but I'll be damned if I drive behind one. I don't need to experience."
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You got to see it just once. Absolutely.
Chrissy, you old enough. You gotta be traumatized with the rest of us. But now we got teenagers learning to drive who are being taught to get from behind them and don't know why. Because
but see, that's my issue, Tavares. That right there. I just feel like anybody in their right mind wouldn't want to be behind anything that is that big or has that much of a load on it.
That's true.
Just like, where is your like? I ain't got no survival skills, but
show you. I've seen
that's
smaller
intentional.
Tailgate.
That doesn't make any sense.
Show you. I used to live in a tourist state. Nobody down there makes sense. They think the world is theirs and they can do what they want. Just I tell them, go and feel that way, just not behind the damn log truck. That's all I'm asking. The entire Altamont Springs Dollar Theater waited for that movie and then got traumatized. 2 ruined log trucks. 3 ruined the fair just before it came to town. That part.
I can't even lie to you. I am now a little bit skittish about going on roller coasters. That is true.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
I sent y'all the video to the group chat. Y'all see why we go on weekdays. The YNs be out on Saturday with no security. Look, I'm not here for the rides anyway. Just run me the funnel cakes, fried Oreos, and find my way home.
I've been into a forever.
Here's Final Destination Bloodlines. We're gonna check that out.
Drinks all around.
Nah, clean all that up.
They did.
Not like us.
Serious?
They don't. They don't.
Non-tackle would have a fit.
The one you get. Just gotta love the one you got.
I always knew this day would come.
I got it.
I don't think you got it.
I held him off for years.
Charlie, get up here.
He's a relentless son of a bitch.
Clean up.
Won't stop till he finishes the job. Death is coming for our family.
I said, oh, 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 oh.
Grandma, what's happening to us?
Years ago, I had a premonition that started it all. I saw what death was about to do. I saved a lot of lives that night.
Everyone needs to get off the dance floor!
Lives that were never meant to be saved. But death doesn't like it when you mess with his plans. This book, it will show you everything you need to know to keep our family safe.
It all started with Grandma. Death is coming for us because we were never supposed to exist. Watch out!
Only by embracing death will it pass you by.
Maybe death's not actually coming for our family. Because that would be crazy.
Good luck.
Okay.
I got one problem. If grandma was the whole catalyst, death is just being an asshole.
Exactly. That's the first thing I said. That's the first thing I thought. Grim Reaper got a whole ass problem with this particular woman.
Him or whatever guardian angel keeps giving people visions. Because how you gonna protect me and then just leave me on my own for like?
So, okay, hold up. So first of all, did you know there's a book series about this?
Huh?
There is a book series about this, and that the first premonition came supposedly from a ghost, and that it's been passed on. That's number one. Number two, they say that AJ Cook might actually be in this one. If you don't know who AJ Cook is,
I do.
You know, because she's from Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds.
But she also was a protagonist in the second one.
Did she die?
So she did not die, and the police did not die. as far as canon, there is a deleted scene in the third movie that has like an extra like a newspaper article detailing their death, but it's not considered canon. So technically, they are the only survivors of the whole thing. So
Now-
I think
now
that's what I thought you was getting onto, of like thinking that this is like the prequel of all of them, because that's what it feels like.
That's
I
what
mean,
it
it
looks
did
like.
say the birth. It said the birth of.
Then they showed the book. They showed the
So,
booklet. And
the
they showed the
logs?
booklet
I
with the
think
logs
it
in the plane.
has to be before.
Yes. Yes.
Although I would sit there and say the whole time. So it sounded like a supernatural episode that Death has got a problem with people getting premonition.
Spartan, get out of my head, because I was getting ready to say somebody need to call the Winchesters to just put a whole stop to this shit.
Right.
And this
Where is Cassiel when you need him?
What was that? The Space Needle or whatever in Seattle that they were in?
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
All right.
did
So watch their tourism dollars go absolutely down.
I'm low key mad that it looks entertaining because I just said I wasn't gonna see that shit.
I'm
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you.
I was gonna see it, but I wasn't excited about it. Now I'm actually intrigued.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, because unlike the Saw series, which I got bored of after literally after 3, the Final Destination series seems to always keep pulling me in. I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna pull this off, because the last one literally was like death comes in a circle.
You just want to see it for the deaths.
Yeah,
that's why.
It got crazy, but see, now they're adding, like you're saying, they're adding the lore to it, and I'm like, even with the last one, the last film, you don't think about when it's taking place until like the third act, and it's actually taking place around the time the first one happens. And so you're just like, I'm like, oh damn, that wasn't half bad. Y'all brought it back around. Now you saying not only we bring it back around, Death is being an asshole.
No, but Ken.
Go ahead, Trey.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna sit there and say Final Destination is the reason why I don't do roller coasters, jackknives, anything in the above. If it's not a water ride, I don't get on it, because at least in a water ride, it doesn't go any above 30. It doesn't go above 30 feet. Roller
But you
coaster,
press weights though. But you'll do it on weights though. You remember that?
Because I'm grounded.
That was the most. That was no. That gym one was the most ass pull death. That was one of the ones I'm just like. So like, there was no build
out of a toenail, from a toenail.
Yeah, that's why I said Death was being an asshole. Death was being an asshole. Man, F Death, and you got taken out by 2 big ass swords right behind you.
This is Spartan at the amusement.
Don't you put that on us!
Exactly.
Nah,
I'm just saying.
There is just something about like the first scene, like because I know it's like, okay, yeah, it's like this was planned and this is just, I guess it's fate because death is after you or whatever. But I'm just like, do people really be doing it? Like, it's really these close calls? Because how the fuck did you break a glass and just wipe that bitch toward the ice?
Look.
Did you see the comment?
If anybody here watches Bar Rescue, John Taffer would have a damn fit.
I'm just sitting here like, do y'all not like it? The
if
whole
you don't
first
empty
sequence,
out that ice chest and clean it out and disinfect
the whole first sequence looked like somebody wanted to die. Under the trampoline, you got something that I don't even know what it was. It looked like a goddamn
it was a rake.
bear.
A rake.
Oh, it was a rake.
It was a rake. Face up.
I'm just sitting here like, are you?
Who said clean up? Somebody clean up the thing.
That was me. I was like, you didn't put. First off, the entire ice tray got to go. Start over. Put the rake away, or at least face down, so that's like you. Like
who has a rake just outside sitting on the ground?
Did you see the cast?
But you also that they.
The rake. They had
not us.
They had the rake was sitting out like they were waiting for a Tom and Jerry moment.
There's general common sense. And I feel like all common sense was not in that first sequence.
Look,
Yeah,
it's
you notice who Death went after though, right? He was just like, oh, they ain't got no common sense.
Nobody put the lawnmower away.
Breeze.
Nobody even put the lawnmower away. Clearly, this is a generational thing they weren't taught.
Bro, because the whole like you having a family function and you got this stuff out. That's what I'm just sitting here. This makes
That's why
sense.
Death was sitting over there like, oh yeah, this will be a breeze. Hold on.
That's like that thing, like, how many people can I get in one shot?
Corner pocket. It's like that one.
Insane.
It's like that. If anybody's ever seen that one skit, shout out my man Long Beach Griffey, where it's like how Final Destination movies be. It is just a napkin rolling down the hallway, and all of a sudden the broom falls over, and then the knife falls in the kitchen sink, and then he picks it up and nothing happens. And then a dude just walks in with a gun and just shoots the character.
Nah, man. The most craziest things that would never happen.
But it's definitely a series that you sit down and it makes you. It's not the gruesome of the death. It's the how in the hell moments.
The roller coaster. I understood.
I have had my roller coaster experience, and
I have too.
I have not gone on that ride ever again. It's not like I go to amusement parks often or nothing, but first, what is it called? Knott's Berry Farm. Y'all heard of Knott's?
Yeah, Strawberry Knott's Farm.
Yeah, first amusement park in Cali, and so it's easy to go. I'll never forget. I don't even remember what age I was. I think I was an adult by this time. Just went in the summer. Went on Silver Bullet, and I can't swim, but I just remember we're going. Like, I don't know. She didn't check my thing, and we're going. This is one of those ones where you're dangling, like it comes over your head, and you're dangling. Your feet are dangling, and so we're going, and all I felt was the pull up. The way that entire ride, my thing was not in. You don't understand how close I was holding this bitch.
I know the feeling.
I was over the water. You got all different whatever over the. I was literally. I remember thinking, if I fall on the cement, I'm splat. If I fall in the water, I'm dead regardless because I can't swim. So I said, I remember coming off that ride like never. Yeah, no.
I did that one before we go to break. I had that moment where I went to amusement park and it was one of the old. It was like one of their first roller coasters, still operational. Guy put the seatbelt on, and it was one of those latch. It wasn't the ones that strap you in. It's the ones you buckle up in front of your waist and you pull it. And the bar comes down, but it doesn't come down to hold anything back. It's just there for you to hold. And he's like he half checked everything. Talk about freak out. Where I'm thinking I got it. And I'm like, cool. And then it's not pulling. He's already taken off. This thing is already moving. And I'm like, hey, oh shit, there's nobody in sight. And all of a sudden, scenario started running in my head. And I'm like, wait, does this thing have a loop? Okay, no loop. Does it have a deep drop? No, it doesn't have a deep drop. All right, nigga, hang on to the damn bar.
Man, Silver Bullet, just go look at it.
Yo, talking about gravity was
that's what's called
Silver Bullet. Yeah, Silver Bullet, Knott's Berry Farm. Just go look at that ride. I was holding on for dear fucking life.
That thing came to a hill and it dropped, and gravity said, "I guess you won't be sitting down today." Just right up. All I felt was this. Oh shit!
I will say some of them in the movie definitely earned it because, like the girls at the tanning salon, I'm not listening or hearing or watching nothing named roller coaster after like 15 people just died on it. Y'all earned that one.
Oh my goodness!
That was the first time.
Also, y'all allowed MP3 players in the tanning booth. You just know who was watching y'all. That was part. They was listening to music in the tanning bed.
Electronic devices over ultraviolet tubes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because just like goodness, I just missed it. Just like Whoopi just said, like because California, Six Flags, the Superman ride. I never got it. I'm not a fan of Six Flags, but the Superman ride had a case I will never forget growing up. Her whole head, they scalped her because her hair got stuck in the thing and she got pulled all the way. That I will never forget as a kid.
That
Oh,
is
that razor
okay.
wire. Yeah.
The only ride that's kind of scary like that is Space Mountain at Disney. If you can see really well in the dark, when you're going through that like upper area in that like black spot, you can kind of see the bars above your head. And as you get older, the bars get closer to you with every growth spurt.
Oh,
And
okay. Because I was about to say I haven't been on it in 20 years. Space Mountain was not that
You can give yourself a concussion if you're over 6 foot.
Yeah, if you
Well, we're gonna take this break. We're gonna take this break. Go ahead, Safari.
Now, I'll say if you're tall enough, there's a double fear. If you're tall enough and you can see well enough in the dark, there's a double fear factor in that ride.
Lord.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the biggest haters in comics. It's quite a list, so we'll be right back. Blerd's Eyeview is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blerd's Eyeview for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented Blerds across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 Blerd mystery box company.
Let's reach out one time.
All right, we are back. The biggest haters in comics. That's our thing tonight. There's quite a few. But I think we can start it off. Get a little basic. People that's in the forefront. Wilson Fisk. Kingpin.
Yep.
Let's talk about why he's one of the biggest haters. Just one. Because there's one that I feel like, maybe two, that got all of them beat. Wilson Fisk is a hater. He does not like Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, for many reasons, or anything he believes in.
Mm-hmm.
He's hired one assassin to take him out, and she did not do the job. He hired another assassin to take him out and her out, and he managed to take her out, but she came back from the dead. Wilson Fisk has not even a love-hate relationship with Daredevil. He has a hate-hate relationship with Daredevil. He has a hate-hate relationship with Spider-Man, which is where we were first introduced to Kingpin in the first place. He can't stand anybody getting in his way. And if you're watching the TV series, you'll understand why.
Yep.
You're messing with this man's money, his time, and his effort. He has a business to run, and you are messing up the money. He has outed Matt on several occasions. He has gone after Matt and his vigilante buddies. He didn't care about the rest of the vigilantes. He just cared about Derek. He didn't give a fuck about anything else. He's just like, no, he's like, I don't care about nobody else. I just want him. I just want you. When I see you, Ricky, that's all he wants.
Not when
I see you, Ricky. Not when I see you.
So, Spartan, I know you had one on your list.
Shoot, I was gonna go. I mean, Bama beat me too. A reverse flash. Because any man, and trust me, I know everybody was like, but you're a Batman fan, not Joker. Let me tell you something. Joker doesn't hate Batman. Joker really doesn't hate anybody. So to say he's a hater is misunderstood. But Reverse Flash, though, you want to talk about a man whose sole purpose in life is to annoy the crap out of Barry to the point of just like, anytime something bad happens to you, I want you to know it was me. Yo, mama, it was me. The broken coffee cup, it was me. The times you could have had a better life, it was me. I went back in time just to mess with you. Do you understand the level of hatred you gotta have to remain in somebody's head that long to where they think of new ways to mess with you? This man became a speed force to infect him. To sit there and say, without me, you don't have speed. What kind of diabolical person would go that far just to ruin someone's life at the end of it all just because you stopped him one time? Barry only stopped him one time. And ever since, Reverse Flash is like, no, I have to get him in every timeline.
Yeah. Earbar Thawne cannot stand, he loathes Barry Allen.
Yes.
Loathes him. To the point where you're just like, even Joker would say, why, nigga? Damn. That's like, why?
Joker would sit there and say, seek therapy.
Oh my god.
Damn.
That's
He's like, you went back in time to make sure his mama died, blame his daddy, just so he can get powers later on so you can fight. You complete him? Is that what you're trying to say? You complete me?
I do have to say, I just now put biggest haters in comics in Google, and top answer says Reverse Flash, and it's not even close.
It's not even close. Exactly. I know.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, exactly what you talking about.
This man literally, he goes back. He finds this man eats, breathes, and sleeps hate. I will destroy you, Barry. I will go back in time to when you were 10 years old and fuck with you. Do you understand?
There was even talk where they try to stand and say, well, what about Godspeed or Zoom? No, Godspeed never went back in time. Zoom never went back in time. They wanted to stop him in the current. This man decided that the entire timeline was open season. That's a whole new level of hatred.
I've never seen, and he was one of the ones that was on the top of my list as the biggest hater. Like, just like, you're like, y'all just write up Reverse Flash just to fuck with Barry. I know Barry's just minding his damn business. He's like, that itch again. I don't know why he keeps messing with me.
I'll put it this way: Reverse Flash is the culmination of every writer on a Spider-Man comic. That's Reverse
Dang,
Flash.
are they that bad?
Look, as much stuff as Peter Parker goes through, you just like, what is y'all problem with Peter Parker? What did he do to you?
Show you to keep it short. Spider-Man never has a happy ending.
Oh yes, I do know that.
It's almost as if every writer has this unwritten rule that whatever you do to Spider-Man has to be the most traumatic PTSD moment that you can think of.
They probably pass the baton when they choose a new writer. They say you have to carry the legacy.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is that bad?
The baton. They just be like, here's it's probably a black baton with death written on it, and they just pass it.
They don't even hand the baton. They just toss it. They just toss it the next writer. That's the kind of pain I want the Spider-Man to experience. Is what you're feeling right now.
Right now, there's somebody else that can match that level of hate, and he gets a kick out of this. Imagine every year for your birthday, this sumbitch shows up in the most brutal of ways and leaves a message just to tell you happy birthday. That motherfucker is Sabretooth.
Yep.
Every birthday for Wolverine, he shows up and says, I just want to tell you happy birthday. He kills dozens of people and leave their bodies spelled out saying happy birthday. He does the most. So if you've ever read any Wolverine comic, he mentions that he doesn't like birthdays. This is why. Sabretooth, and it's well over 200 years of history with these two because they both have a very long history of living very long, and all because his daddy slept with his mama, but his daddy that raised him was a drunk, belligerent, and abusive. So he was an all-out bully.
I'm real tired of motherfuckers being mad at the wrong source.
Take that part, so quote that part. Oh my god, yeah. So
what are you doing?
Yeah, he was like, one, he took his daddy out.
Oh,
but he was still angry.
I was gonna say because I would have been like, if you decided to leave bodies and happy birthday on my daddy's doorstep, but left me alone, I guess I won't report you if you leave me alone. But you killed this man and still want to come to me and do this is crazy.
Every year for the next 200 plus years, every year, and he just tracks him down. He's like, "Oh, it's about that time. Let me go ahead and wish this nigga happy birthday real quick."
A couple of times he'll fight Wolverine and literally he'll beat Wolverine down, but at the same time, like Chris said, every birthday that man ain't never late.
That's crazy.
Damn.
The one time you want somebody to be not there.
Not there, right? He's like, I don't want this.
Like,
don't throw me no party. It's to the point Wolverine say, "Don't throw me no parties because I don't want y'all caught in the middle of this shit." Just
have y'all seen? Because this just made me think of that. Have y'all seen that video with the guy who's I think their wife planned them a surprise birthday party, and you see him walk in the door. And he basically pulls out the knife and then puts it back because he realizes it's a party. Like that's what it's like. He's giving him PTSD like that, and I can it's just funny. That video.
That man, he had flashbacks. Realized, it's not that type of party.
Yeah, he had a bad moment. It almost became a bad party for everybody. But
no, because that man was ready.
He caught himself fast enough to not even show it, but he played it off.
Hey,
so nice.
Hey man, what's so this?
You can't run that corner. Look at that video where old boy said, "Oh boy, your gun cover, sir, is immaculate," because that figure went down as smooth as that hand went up. Like,
oh my goodness, the only people that didn't notice was the kids.
Yeah. So two other people who are pretty much matched on hateration, Lex Luthor and Joker. Joker is not so much hate; he's just obsessed with Batman, but he hates if anybody else gets in his way to get at him. He don't want him dead. He don't want him dead. He don't want him unmasked. He just don't want nobody else to fuck with him and get the one up. It's like, if you one up him and he dies, that's your ass. If you unmask him and tell anybody his identity, that's your ass. Because you messing with my good time.
This is my nemesis. He can't have multiple nemesis. Just me. Don't touch it.
That's his obsession. His obsession was he said he literally killed the Mad Hatter for that very reason. He sat there and said Batman can only have one criminal in his life, and that's me. And literally kills the Mad Hatter in front of everybody else. And everybody's like, "Did you really have to do that?" He threatened. And like Chris said, he threatened my Batman. Batman is mine, and this is the guy that told.
Can you imagine the fun we have together? Are you kidding?
He wonders why Harley is the way she is. Like, what the fuck?
He said, "I'm the only person that can cause this man PTSD."
Harley actually felt jealous about that part.
That part.
No, where's my electric car?
Even in the Harley Quinn cartoon, Batman is unmasked, and he said, "Fuck everything else. Where's my electric car, Bruce? I put down money for the electric car."
That shit was so.
Elon has your electric car.
He said Elon has the electric car.
I haven't even seen that full series. I know that it's funny, but the clips are just so funny. It's just funny enough that I'm like, I don't need to watch the whole 30 minutes.
Oh, but let's not forget the one time Joker literally was gonna torch Metropolis because Lex Luthor wouldn't let Batman go.
Yeah. Speaking of Lex, big hater. He cannot stand Superman. He with a passion. He starts off with a solid logic. You mean to tell me you're gonna trust this all-powerful, godlike being to save you every time? What if one day he decides not to do it? It's good logic. However, that ain't the reason why he's making such logic. No, he wants everybody to adorn him and fantasize about him and bow to the knee to him.
So he's just a pretentious son of a bitch.
He's a pretentious bastard. He's a pretentious.
But he started off with intention. You cannot trust an alien that wants for nothing but is all powerful. And he literally said that was the thing that bothered Lex. You're an all powerful alien and you want nothing. I can't. And his whole thing is you can't trust somebody who's all powerful that wants nothing. And
because why did you come here?
That's his logic. That is his logic.
It's very sound logic. It's just the source.
He has bad intentions.
Yeah, it's the source. That's what you're like. He's not lying. However, we
don't need to hear that from you. We need to hear this from the other guy, the random guy.
Yeah, but those intentions led him to try to create a Superman, try to create a suit, try to copy his blood. Eventually wound up making Connor. I'm like, the levels he will go to sit there and say, you know what? He went from I have to protect the world from you to like, motherfucker, why you?
He said, I want to protect the world. Technically, not really, but I just want you all to think I'm gonna protect it. So that
I want them to idolize me,
right?
Not
That's
you.
Crazy.
Another notable hater
with Lex. You know what I never understood as a kid because I felt like there was some weird stuff behind it. What was it? The first Death of Superman when he clones him just to beat him like twice a week. What was that weird?
Yeah,
that's
his fixation.
Yeah,
that is his fixation.
That was low key a kink. That was some weird shit.
Cloned him to beat him twice a week.
He cloned him, and then so the clone comes into this like red room by programming, not knowing what's going on, and then Lex just gets half dressed, puts on some kryptonite gloves, and beats him unconscious. And it's like,
it's the half dress part. That's definitely somebody's little kink. He in the kink community.
He in there to break a sweat. He in there for a long time and a good time.
He's like Cecil and Thor in the Last God of War when you die. I've never been beaten out of a death scream. He's just like, no, I say when we're done.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was funny.
Two people also, and I didn't grab the picture of the other one, but another one who got some hate in his blood is Carnage and Venom as well.
Look at that.
And if I'm going to add Venom in there, I'm going to say Eddie Brock before he became the good guy.
Before he lost freaking his senses.
Yeah, before Venom had that hate as well, but that hate was being fed off from Eddie Brock. But Cassidy Clay. Cletus Cassidy.
But wasn't it because Carnage hated Venom for not actually being what he should have been in the first place?
Yeah. Plus Cletus was a murderer anyway, so that was just kind of doubled on top of that. And he was just like, "Oh, I hate both of y'all motherfuckers."
The movie gave us like 25% of any of that story.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, it's a red one," and that's the most explanation we're gonna get about that.
Yeah. It's
like, it's dangerous ones. Let's be honest, it's Sony. They're not gonna give you explanations.
Another one who's two of them who are cosmic haters is Darkseid over at DC. Cosmic hater, but just once again somebody else who seems to have a kink. He's just like Darkseid just tends to, he's like, I want to beat Superman into submission and then have him work for me. I'm like, nigga, you stay on a planet that looks like hell. And
Darkseid always reminded me of a kid that always needed help with math but never called the homework hotline. It's like you went looking for the anti-life equation. Let me get this straight. You have literally conquered the dimension. You have parademons that are about as strong as almost any other superhero. You literally are formidable in multiverses everywhere. But you can't find this one goddamn equation that you seem obsessed over. And yet, a guy who Superman loved you because Superman kind of pulled a little bit of a conquest. Superman can go full power on you. And like you said, Chris, has a little bit of a king. Superman hit you with everything he had. You bounced in midair. Like, what did you hit, sir, in midair that made you bounce? Only for you to come back and sit there and say, I will see you again. Bruh, what safe word did you give in the middle of this that made you want to come back?
These folks
Even
are weird.
Another one.
Like a so lot.
Thanos.
Oh,
Thanos.
100%.
You said that.
I can't stand this man. Oh my god, he's just like the dumbest. It's just like, come on now.
He from the movie version or the comics version, there is a level of hate that is his comics version is wild. I want to impress Death. I want to be the one to impress Death. No. Let me do that. Let me take out these people. I want to do that. I want her. Yeah. I want her hand. I want her heart. I want her eyes. Like this nigga hate for no reason.
I mean, that's even that cute.
No,
nigga is diabolical.
He hated on Deadpool because Death had an eye for Deadpool. He was like, hey.
That's crazy.
I'm so laugh about the fact that
But do you know how crazy you have to want, or I gonna use love loosely, how crazy you have to be to love Death? Like,
in order to kill half the
right,
kill half the universe,
right? Like,
and then apparently all it took to not let it happen was one good Naruto conversation, according to What If. This man had one conversation with T'Challa and was like, "Let's dial it back."
I don't know which one I want to pull up first for this one, but we're gonna start a little low and high. Black Manta.
Oh my god, for sure he's on this list.
That is the only one I really knew other than Thawne.
Black Manta. He can't stand Aquaman to the point this motherfucker took his child.
I felt like that's one of the only things that it really got good in both of them.
He said, I want you to cut off your hand. Your child's going to die.
Let's put it this way. If Black Manta basically had Namor's powers, he would have wiped out Atlantis.
Facts.
That's the only thing. Technology, he was only limited by his technology. His technology is formidable, but at the same time, imagine giving him Namor's powers, which I think Black Manta did have something similar to that, to where he almost did take out Atlantis. I forgot what power it was.
At least in the second movie, he did have something like that. For like a second.
He was like possessed or something. Even, which by the way, actually very decent film, Aquaman 2. That's actually a decent film. Check it out. But even in that one, even in that film alone, the level of hate that he has for Arthur Curry, he's just like, the nigga killed my father. It's just literally.
And I'm just, this what I be like, y'all be mad. It's like I be trying not to be like, are you serious? It's like, yeah, I get that's your dad, but your dad wasn't an amazing person.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, bro, like, are you serious? Like, if you want to mourn, I'll let you go over there and mourn. But let's not let's not act like your dad was amazing. Because
your dad
He wasn't taking you to the parks and getting you ice cream and giving you life lessons.
it's like
he's no Ward Cleaver. I'm telling you, he's no Cliff Huxtable. This dude is out here. It's out here.
Go somewhere. Like mourn your dad somewhere else, but don't come trying to go on a mission.
He's no Philip Banks. He's like, there's no way.
I literally had a heart-to-heart moment during a heist.
Exactly. When you're about,
he's dying. He's dying. He's literally saying, "Kill that nigga."
If that wasn't some.
Like, and if you think about it, that's the perfect actor to play his father too, because he is a professional too. Okay, I know
he's a professional hater. He is a professional hater.
Stop
it! I was crying too much.
I was not shocked. I was not shocked.
Lady, you got me thinking about every movie he was in too.
I was not shocked when
Whitley killed whatever kind of man he needed to be. Okay,
I knew that man was mad since Lean on Me when he flipped the table on Morgan Freeman.
Once the helmet came off, I was like,
Michael Beach. That's his name, Michael Beach.
Yeah, well, once that helmet came off, I'm like, I'm not shocked about any of this.
No, I had the same reaction I did. I literally was watching that, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's.
And
I'm mad at it. I'm mad at it.
Even in Young Justice, your own son, when he Aqualad's actually a good person, like your son faked being slow for 2 weeks just to not deal with you. There's also that. Right.
Oh my God. Yeah. Black Manta and Michael Beach.
100%.
100%.
Like
haters. Mr. Sinister. This nigga would not leave it.
A name like Mr. Sinister sounds like it comes with some foolery.
I can't say he hates. I say he's
he's obsessed. Stalker. Because even Scott is just like, why do you keep messing with me and my family? Like all these mutants, and you keep coming to me and my wife. Why?
That Summers mutant gene is just his kryptonite. He's like, there's something about you Summers that I just must dissect and make for my own. I'm like, but every issue though?
Yeah, he has a hate boner for the. He's like, I don't want you. I just want your blood. I don't need you per se.
It's not just Cyclops either. I mean, Havoc. I mean, Cable. It's like, what is it with you and all these Summers? Like, it don't matter which one as long as it is one. They gotta. I'm like, God dang.
Like, I don't care which one it is. I want them all.
Oh no.
He's bad. He's bad at hating. Definitely got hate in it. Love him as a villain, but Dr. Doom has got some hate.
Well,
I mean, he does have disdain for one individual.
Look.
Not one individual.
He has extreme disdain for one individual.
The fact that him and Reed were college roommates, and Reed was just saying, hey, that formula you're doing looks like it could be wrong and it could be catastrophic. Perhaps you should. He's giving him advice because they're both science nerds. Doom's ass is like, fuck you. I never liked you. You're a know-it-all, and I'm gonna do things my way. And that bitch blew up in his face, literally. And then he got mad because he got kicked out of the school.
Yep.
Went to Monks. Mind you, he was supposed to be this handsome man. Mind you, he was just scarred. Nothing like he is now. He was just scarred. But because he's so damn vain, he went to see some monks. And he wanted to cover up the scar, so he made this mask. And instead of listening to the monks, of them saying, don't put that on yet, it's too hot. This motherfucker puts it on, fucks up his entire face.
And yet still hates Reed Richards.
He He blames Reed for the explosion. He blames Reed for him getting expelled from college. He blames Reed for the way his face looks. He hate. You watch Dave Chappelle and how Ice-T was up there. Hate. That's Doom. That's Doom all day.
But the funny part about Dylan, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said not all these people lacking accountability. Because come on now, dog.
Well, I mean,
it's like the nigga from Invincible.
Well, Dylan did lack accountability, except until he started making sense. It was his whole thing was Liberia is mine. As long as don't cross these borders, I will go. Don't cross into my domain. I won't tell you how to rule. And then he started slick. He still started making slick sense. Why not help the people? Why not do this? This is the reason, as Chris has already said, we said many times, you'll never hear a complaint on Liberia because everybody's like, "You good?" The man, I got free healthcare. Really?
Oh, damn, whoopie.
Not buck nasty.
What?
I have to go home and put water in Buck Nasty's mama's dish. There's a level of hate in those characters. It's not until you sit back and you think about it, like, oh no, that ain't it. Loki, comics Loki, and before he got to be everybody's favorite in the movies, Loki hated Thor.
No, I always felt like he was a hater of Thor. I think he was just an envious bitch.
Yeah,
like it's
he
like
hated Thor for everything he wanted to be.
He was like, "Remember that time, brother, when you turned into a snake and tried to bite me?" I'm like, "Nigga, he just hate. What are you talking about?"
Right.
He was trying to kill you, nigga. He didn't like you.
He did not like you. He did not like you one time.
He is literally the sibling who put dad in a retirement home to get the inheritance early.
100%. 100%. And that it's just like, yeah, low-key, he's a hater. He's not horrible. He's just like, I am the worst and maybe most close to sociopathic little brother that you can get.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be your hater.
He has that same mentality like Joker has about Batman. If I can take out Thor, that's fine. I don't want nobody else to do it unless I pay them to do it. But I choose not to have anyone else. I want to be the reason why he's down.
Right.
Oh, your Earth got conquered? No, it's Thor dead. He is? Okay, that's all that matters. I care about nothing else.
And even in Justice League.
He said, because I didn't get to do it.
You're right.
Even in Justice League, when they had the entire basically not Legion of Doom show up trying to plot on Batman, and he was like, "I'll show you how it's done. Turn off the lights and give me that purse full of rocks." Okay, we're just gonna wait now.
Dang.
And that's all it took.
You know what? Comics, M'Baku was definitely a hater towards T'Challa.
See, I was gonna say M'Baku was a hater just because he called old girl a bald demon. But
I'll accept it.
That is the funniest line in what is supposed to be such a, because we all knew why we were there, but that was just the lights that we all needed for this sad ass movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I didn't even remember that scene happened because of that movie. And then I was like, that scene is really in that movie. Like, this is crazy.
Because it's so out of the blue. That ball-headed demon line is so out of the blue.
Right.
And our theater literally was like, ooh.
Right.
It's between that and him saying cool calm. Like, they call him cool calm.
Now that and getting the wind knocked out of him when he tried to square up with
yeah, that didn't end well.
I was like, I know he's not dead, right? Okay, we can laugh.
Some notable mentions. Juggernaut, before he became an ally to the mutants, who he's not a mutant himself, but Juggernaut, who is the stepbrother to Charles Xavier, was a major hater.
But at the same time, we understood.
Oh yeah, now we definitely understand. He just seen it way before we did.
Right. I mean, for hindsight is 2020, but yeah, now we understand why he was mad. We understand why he was mad now.
Hey, watching both X-Men shows, I'm like, he just keeps Google mapping this man's house and destroying it just because.
He don't fuck with Charles too much. He was like, I'm coming to tear up you. He's the brother that comes and knocks your blocks over just to say he did and then move on.
Him and Mystique, especially in Evolution, him and Mystique just kept torturing Charles and them kids just because, and they still never give a full reason why she blew up this man's house with her children in it, and then wanted to give the half-assed apology after the world was in it. They were just like, you know what? We don't care. We don't want to hear it. Glad you're not dead. Don't talk to us again.
Now these two are villains, and it's not so much the hate towards who their nemesis is, it's the hate towards each other.
Oh,
Dr. Octopus and Norman Osborn.
Man, grumpy.
Otto Octavius cannot stand Norman Osborn.
Yep.
It's always like I created this, I did this, I'm smarter than you.
Dr. What's that man name? Kim Impossible?
Oh,
Draken.
Yes, that's exactly who he is.
Yeah, I recently rewatched
and I was close to saying Doofus first, and I stopped myself because I was like, "That's not that nigga."
That's
like,
it. What's up? What's happening? All Nerd Entertainment.
Yeah, what up, A&E? Yeah, but Draken was. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tamar.
I was gonna say Draken has that. I think it was the movie and the first couple episodes where he's just like, "Yeah, you got to go kidnap the scientist." It's like, of course, it's my old college roommate, this guy.
He's a hater. It reminds me, like, all of the villains that be hating each other. It really reminds me of Dr. Draken, simply for the fact that literally Kim Possible was the perfect example of if all of the villains just decided that they were going to get along, Kim Possible would not have been successful. I'm sorry.
No, she wouldn't.
So but in this case, it's just like y'all could just decide that y'all want to like just ruin the world together, but y'all all want to do it alone. So now y'all hate each other.
What's up, All Nerd Entertainment? Yeah, he said it earlier. He said said his biggest hater, Earball Thon, Reverse Flash. That is a top tier. He's walking home with the trophy.
Oh yeah,
he's walking home with the trophy for sure.
His whole speech though is basically what Norman was telling Osborn in the last fight in Your Friendly Neighborhood. It was me, Barry. I sold you out to the Avengers. I sold you out to S.H.I.E.L.D. I sold you out to Iron Man. And I took all your shit and I'm getting free of charge. And now I'm going to give it to these idealistic kids.
It's actually quite hilarious because you watch them like, they literally having a pissing contest right now. Like, it's like,
who's the better scientist? I got legs. I got arms.
Biggest hater, John Walker, aka U.S. Agent.
Oh, facts.
I feel like they're going for a humbled version in this.
In the Thunderbolts, they're going to tone him down. They're going to humble him. He's been humbled. I'm sorry, he's been humbled.
Yeah, I was going to say, John Walker hates Dora Milaje. He hates Matt Murdock during his run with the fist because he sat there and beat his tail and took his shield. He slick hates Elektra because Elektra beat him with one arm tied behind her back, literally. John got a lot of people he don't like. He doesn't even like Red Guardian.
They damn near don't like working with his ass when he shows up. So it's like, and that's comics version. So it's just like I'm honestly waiting to see. I'm waiting to see how he looks in Thunderbirds because I know they're going to humble his character, and make him likable at least. But I'm waiting for the slick shit from Bucky. I'm sorry, I'm waiting on the slick shit from Bucky to be like.
So I'm glad you mentioned him because I'm adding as my person. Captain America is hater. That's no. So
no, right?
Yeah.
Sam Wilson and Bucky had a hate off. They had a hate off.
That was silly.
Captain America is hater.
It was like the only thing y'all agreed on was Steve getting a girl. Like y'all had a hate off, and we still don't understand why y'all was hating so hard on each other. Like, Like Sam didn't say nothing to you, and then Bucky was like, he was my best friend first. What?
I'm gonna call it what it was. It was all over a seat.
Yeah, it was.
He wouldn't.
Can you move up a little bit? No.
Ever since
both of y'all got y'all's ass whipped by Spider-Man. Y'all webbed up sitting there. He's like, I hate you. Y'all webbed up and can't move nowhere. Said, I hate you.
That was.
I'm glad they're not there. I'm glad they walked away from it. They still make them snide remarks, but I'm glad they figured it out. But yeah, starting out, Cap and Bucky, they had a hate off. They definitely had a hate off.
I said Cap is a hater because he didn't let Tony get his lick back. That's me personally. I just need yes. Yeah.
I didn't know at the time.
All Tony's worst decisions were caused by emotional distress and concussions, because you could have just called the Iron Legion at any moment. Like, I'm not fighting two of y'all. I'm not fighting two of y'all by myself. No, all 30 of these droids who work for free. Come on down.
The fact everybody's like, well, he was outgunned. No, Tony can't fight. As much as y'all like to think so, it is 99% the suit. Because you had two dudes with one had super soldier serum, one had Hydra Light, and both of them are all hands. And you got your own AI systems like, you ain't whooping this man hand to hand. Your own AI system counted you out.
Like, yeah, you're gonna have to switch up and quickly. Who else? I had somebody else in mind.
Tobias Whale.
Tobias. Ooh wee.
Oh,
the chocolate covered.
It's one thing if like Kingpin at least has some decorum. Tobias calls, you basically got a ticking clock on your life. Like when he called, old boy was like, hey, I know these white people passed you for the promotion. I'm just like, and you were gonna blow up his car whether he said yes or no. So this is about how fun do you want your last few weeks of life to be? Because you clearly
had so much hate. He had hate for the Black Lightning and his family. He had hate for Negroes. I'm like, nigga, you just 3 shades away yourself. You still a nigga. What are you doing?
I mean, that whoever was the writer. I mean, the writer for Black Lightning on that show for Jefferson's character was trash. But whoever was the writer for Tobias Whales, sir, you gave us some lines.
He said these big lip Negroes. I said, oh my God.
He was on his albino ruckus type of timing, and it was funny every time between that and what was it, Wayne Brady as Gravedigger, which it shouldn't have worked, but it did. They did everything right. Everything was good except that family dynamic that annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah,
I still laugh
when he called them the chocolate covered Incredibles. I was just like, I gotta pause this for a second. That shit was it was funny. It was funny.
It's the same people that took the Wayne Brady skip from the Chappelle show and said, what would happen if Wayne Brady started acting like a real Negro? Enter Gravedigger. Just basically do the skit for an entire episode. That's all I need you to do.
It is wild. So yeah, Mal says Tobias Well, Atuma. Yep, Atuma. Yeah. Scar. Obadiah Stane. Definitely Obadiah Stane. Strife, clone of Cable, definitely. Maximus from Inhumans. That dude, Mad Maximus, could not stand his brother, who was Black Bolt. And I'm like, dude, just
Black Bolt and married to Medusa. Wanted Medusa, wanted to be the leader. You basically wanted everything your brother wanted, but you ain't that dude.
You ain't got the sauce, man. You ain't got the sauce. Sinestro is definitely a hater because here you were a Green Lantern, and chose to instill fear and chose to be a Yellow Lantern, and stated to the old ones, Hal ain't it.
Pretty much,
Hal ain't it. What do you mean he ain't it?
Because you were not the chosen.
Yeah, it's just
Hal was the chosen.
I had to train that dude. He ain't it. That ain't not Jon Stewart, not Jessica Cruz, not even Guy Gardner. Hal Jordan. I can't stand him.
But the funny part about Sinestro, he talked mad shit to Hal. He talked mad shit to Kyle. He would go nowhere near Stewart.
That's right. He would go
nowhere near. He knew better. If y'all want to see how bad Scar was, I think Mufasa just hit Disney Plus today. So
Damn. Yeah. Tombstone, definitely. Tombstone. Tombstone seen that vacuum in New York City after Kingpin was down. He said, I want it all. He said, I want all of it. I can give it to you.
That first Spider-Man game, they whooped Tombstone so bad he would have gotten the work release program and started working on car. The second game, he was like, I got a job, I got my life straight, and y'all still want to bring this bullshit my way, man. I went good. Leave me alone. And of course, it happens at the fair in Coney Island.
Pretty much.
See how it swings back around. So that's just some of the list, because good Lord knows there's a lot of villains in DC and in Marvel and some indie comics as well. Conquest.
If any of y'all want to check out this new show, every white woman in this new Adult Swim show called Common Side Effects. It's actually really good.
Yes,
it very much feels like a show they rejected in live action, and then Adult Swim said, "Fuck it, go for it."
Another show you want to check out. Very good friend of the show, Cree Summers behind it, and James III is also.
I've been meaning to watch that. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes, on Adult Swim, check that out. That is it is the biggest. What the fuck? But I need to keep watching.
It looks like a what the fuck to me.
That I've heard that one is a big WTF. Common Side Effects is just about this dude who finds a magical cure for everything with like herbs and stuff, and now he's basically running from Big Pharma in every episode.
Gorilla Grodd. We getting honorable mentions. Gorilla Grodd has some hater in him. Ozymandias from Watchmen has some hater in him.
Miguel O'Hara. Let's hope you get a third movie, because
right. Deathstroke definitely got hate in him. Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, definitely got some hate in him. Baron Mordo, hate.
Baron Mordo, it's good God.
Shred. The last couple iterations of Shredder has been on some very much everyone dies and I'm okay as long as Splinter is one of them type of timing.
That's it. That's all he cares about. He was like, my lord, several people died. Was Splinter in the crowd? He wasn't. Nothing. None of this matters. None of this matters.
And we get mad if he wasn't a part of the casualties.
I didn't finish the 3D TMNT show, but I know they had to do like some time travel shenanigans to stop the Triceratops bomb, and he's like, and this is a perfect time to stab him. We can all go. And even his own students were like, why though?
Right. Before we get out of here, one more minute. Honorable mention: Namor. It don't matter who it is. Namor. Namor is hater. How you gonna hit on a whole married woman in front of the husband and keep?
Damn.
You're gonna flood an African nation and turn around and y'all got to team up to stop your worlds from colliding. You don't think Black Panther wasn't gonna get his lick back?
But at the same time, you almost picked up Sue Storm. You almost made Sue cross that water for you. Almost.
Bastion is one too. Bastion and all.
That incursion there's a arc where the Earths are colliding, and they have to team up to stop this incursion, stop the worlds from colliding and everything else. So Reed, on purpose, says, T'Challa, you and Namor have to go to this planet because Beast is over here doing this and over here doing this. And Namor, he was just like, I don't even want to be here. T'Challa was like, done. Mm-hmm. My boy said done. They said we're gonna put this thing on this planet, stop it from colliding with Earth, and I'm coming back by myself.
West Indian aunties, yes, but really,
he came. He sat up there, plunged that knife in his chest, and left him there. He's like, I don't care what happens to you at this point. I just need you gone.
That's missing.
I understand.
So he was just like, you flooded my nation. Reed was like, get him for Sue. It's like, even Johnny was just like, make sure you take that and put it on the dock for me. He was like,
if that wasn't the most understood he had to go moment among everybody.
It's one of those. It's just one of them things that I understand. I understand. So, we're getting out of here. This was fun. I want to definitely revisit this one because those are always fun. But it's
Do it
that
in
magic time.
Wrap-up protocol initiated, Captain.
Oh Lord. Well, I feel like I ain't done this in so long. Well, you know, I'm your girl Shoyo, Shoko. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. I stream Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays on Twitch. We have a good time. Join me in Discord. We have an even better time there, doing events all throughout the week. And if you got new games that you want to play or that you think are cool, definitely leave me recommendations.
All right. Grid of Horror.
What's up? I'm Lane from Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run Geek by Heart. You can find us on YouTube, Twitch, and IG and TikTok. I stream my video games Wednesdays at 7:30 and Sundays at 5:30. I'm ending Echoes of Wisdom, and now I'm gonna pivot not to Little Nightmares like I said I was going to. I'm actually gonna do Until Dawn because Until Dawn the movie is coming out very soon. So I'm gonna stream that, and then right in time for South of Midnight to come April 8th, and I might have even better news about that later.
And I'm gonna need that Mace Windu statue behind you, but you know that's a story for another day.
Listen,
Spartan, talk to the people.
Black Underscore Spartan 615 on the socials, guys. Show's still going on. How the fuck got here tomorrow? We get to talk about why it goes down in the DM. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Fridays, myself, Tafara, and Joe will discuss a lot of games because apparently there was a gaming convention that did happen with a lot of trailers. So catch us on GetBit Fridays at 8:30-ish. Check out the Eyeview.org website that our lovely Chaos Demon runs. At the same time, guys, protect your peace. Protect your energy. Check on your folks. Do something that makes you smile. If you can do something for someone else, fine. The world could use more of it. Respect cosplayers. Cosplay is not consent. Please treat people like human beings. At the same time, wash your ass. I got kids now. Kids are walking petri dishes. If my kids get sick, then I get sick. So again, guys, when you're out and about, clean clothes, clean hair, and everything else. Because if I find out that you got me sick, I'm whooping your ass. And the last rules I have for myself is I have for everybody else, guys. In a world that is cold, and right now it is definitely cold. Be nice, be kind, talk, and share your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Right. Tafari, talk to him.
So, working on a myriad of things. We are still trying to get stuff from BlerdCon, but we are waiting on a lot of post-con conversations so that we can actually put stuff up and not have folks yell at us and get access to it. So stay tuned for that. Unboxings on the channel. Finally got a new piece of equipment, so we're back to treadmilling and talking. I might start doing that for Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are going to be on a regular day. I'm thinking Wednesdays are going to be The Walking Dead for next month since I still have the final season and haven't played it. Trying to think, hopefully a new video next week. Just did a video about basically the life of the immortal throughout time, throughout the world of Invincible. As you say, Get Bit on Fridays. Other stuff we pending. Y'all will see. So, oh yeah, just did a shout out to my man Cato Plus. He had me do a couple voices for his project, The Audio Adventures, on I think it's pretty much everywhere you can find podcasts. So yeah, I'm all over the place as per usual.
All right. And it is yours truly, the captain of the ship, Chris Fury. I'm here to tell the tale and have fun while doing it. But as we always do, welcome to the show. Feel free to chat with us, nerds, blurs below. Like, subscribe, stay notified. Hit the super chats. Helps to donate, keeps the ship afloat. We are live Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have clips Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're live at 8 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. And hit those thumbs up on the YouTube channel. Hit those likes and those subscribes on the Twitch channel. Got the PS5 up and running. I just need to get my account going. So I'll probably be streaming pretty soon myself. So yeah, once I get the account flipped over, I'll be solid. I'll be golden. So man, this has been fun.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Before you cut off, because I'll be killed if I don't do this. Happy birthday, Obi. I know we celebrate your birthday this weekend, but today is officially his birthday.
Happy birthday, Ensign Obi.
Blerd's eye, our Blerd's eye, baby.
Yeah, the terror behind me that's running back and forth right now. 2 years old, and I would be killed if I didn't bring that.
Aww.
So just one of the people on this ship. So
Shout out to the people at Next Step for the book too. I don't know why y'all sent me 2, but thank you.
Oh, I got 2. Yeah.
Okay.
I got.
Were we supposed to do something with these? I didn't get a letter. No.
I'm doing. So here's the thing. Coming up, everybody, pay attention. I have 2 giveaway. No, probably 3 giveaways in an unboxing. They're all going to be unboxings. One of them is Azia's the Virus canvas that I'll be doing the giveaway for. Another one will be Astria Legends. I'll be doing an unboxing for that, and our very own Shayna. I'll be doing an unboxing for that as well. And a giveaway for the Next Step Comics Volume 1 of Pepper Piper, the Monster Hunter. So stay tuned for that. We are busy over here. And while that's out there, hey, Blerd Creatives, send me your wares. Allow me to expose them to the world and show the world and let you see it and let you have it and whatnot if they send me enough. So with all that being said, happy birthday, Ensign Obi, the big 2. And happy birthday to all that. He's an Aries. I forgot. He's an Aries.
Right, we're at the cutoff. Pisces season is over, right?
Yeah. Because my second in command, the one I married to, her birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday, my love. And then I come in April, and that's gonna be fun. So with all that being said, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. Chris Fury with the crew. Now go over there and watch Daredevil tonight, because that's on tonight too.
She got it.
And it's one time.
Oh.
All right, I'm not on the Apple device anymore. So
yeah, right. See you guys.